You played an NSFW video at your own wedding. At first, your family and friends thought you were just pulling a prank, but then they looked closer and realized the woman in that video was today's bride, Liu Ruyan, and the guy, definitely not you. Just as everyone was still in shock, they realized the bride hadn't even shown up yet. With all your guests staring in confusion, you grabbed the mic with one hand and called Liu Ruyan with the other. She didn't pick up the first time, but you didn't give up. You called again. This time it rang a few times and finally connected. You could clearly hear honking through the phone. The guests could even make out the sound of an engine roaring. Everyone started whispering, "Why is Liu Ruyan driving off? Is the Liu family's princess actually running away?" You calmly asked, "Where are you? Why did you leave?" Liu Ruyan, clearly annoyed, said, "I've got something important to take care of. We can redo the engagement party later." "We can redo the engagement party later." You pushed back, "What's so important that it can't wait for our engagement party?" Liu Ruyan's frustrated, impatient voice came through the phone. "I already said we'll redo it. I'm driving. Gotta go." You exploded. "You say redo it like it's nothing. What do you think this venue and all these guests mean to me? What do you think of the Chen family? I spent 6 months planning this. You think one word fixes it?" And then, clearly past the point of caring, you said, "If we redo it, will I still be the groom?" Dead silence. The whole room went quiet. Even Liu Ruyan was caught off guard. She couldn't help but wonder, was this still the same pushover Chen Mo? "Chen Mo, what are you saying? Are you trying to back out?" "If anyone's backing out here, it's not me. I already told you, I need to get to the hospital. Someone's life is on the line." You let out a sarcastic laugh. "Are you a doctor? You think just showing up is gonna save someone? Then tell me, who's lying in that hospital bed? Are they about to die? Can't wait even 1 second? You really had to walk out in the middle of the ceremony?" Everyone below the stage, even the Liu family themselves, was wondering. At such a critical moment, who on earth has that kind of pull over the Liu family's ice-cold princess that she'd ditch her own wedding and drive herself to the hospital? Then, in a cold voice, Liu Ruyan said, "My assistant, Ye Fan." The moment those two words landed, the crowd erupted. Wait, isn't Ye Fan Liu's assistant? She personally hired him straight out of college. Rumor has it Ye Fan is drop-dead gorgeous, inseparably close to the Liu family's princess, like two best friends. Since when do rich girls have guy best friends? Seeing the gossip spiral out of control, Liu family matriarch Liu Huiqian couldn't sit still. She immediately sent someone up to grab your mic. Too bad you came prepared. You'd hired 200 guys for $10 each to form a wall around you. You kept pushing. What happened to him? Catch a cold? Get hit by a bike? I've always had my suspicions about you two. Who exactly runs the Liu Corporation? If he's just some lowly assistant, how does he have enough pull to make the Liu family's princess abandon her fiancé and run to his side? Can you stop being so snarky? He's my assistant and my friend. If you don't respect him, you don't respect me. Hearing that, your heart dropped. Yeah, you knew exactly what disrespecting that assistant had cost you last time. Your whole life. Dead before your time. All because of Ye Fan. Now you're back, and you're going to drag this couple's reputation through the mud, step by step. You kept going. Looks like your friend matters more to you than your own fiancé? So since that's the case, then make a choice. Me or Ye Fan, who's it gonna be? Liu Ruyan never expected you to push it this far. In her mind, she and Ye Fan were just close friends, and you were dragging their relationship through the gutter. Answer me, who do you choose? You weren't letting up. Liu Ruyan waited in her head. Ye Fan always got her, always made life easier. Without even thinking, she said, "Ye Fan." She hung up immediately and floored it to the hospital. But the moment those words left her mouth, something squeezed in her chest, like someone truly important had just slipped away. Back at the venue, every single guest heard her choice. Nobody had a good word left to say about her. The Ice Queen image? Shattered. The Liu family matriarch had never felt so humiliated in her life. She was furious at Liu Ruyan for the disgrace, and furious at you for blowing it all up in public. She snapped at the Liu family staff. "Go find that ungrateful girl and drag her back, now. As for Ye Fan, if he's already dead, fine. If he's not, make sure that changes." Meanwhile, Liu Ruyan had already reached the hospital. She was sprinting through the hallways in a full white wedding dress. No one had ever seen a bride in a gown running through a hospital before. Everyone was trying to figure out what was going on. A few hopeless romantics had already cooked up an entire story in their heads. Her boyfriend must be critically ill, probably won't make it through the night, so she rushed over in her wedding dress to say goodbye. With that thought, some girls immediately whipped out their phones and started filming. Posted it online within seconds. Last time around, that's exactly what destroyed you. Once people figured out who everyone was, you spent the rest of your life as the guy who got cheated on. After Liu Ruyan ran off in the last life, the Liu family came down hard on her and tried to deal with Ye Fan too. But she threatened to end her own life, and they backed off. And you, being the lovesick fool you were, chose to forgive her. Your love got rewritten online into a villain story. Some spoiled rich kid forcing a marriage, using family power to crush the Lius, tearing Liu Ruyan and Ye Fan apart. Meanwhile, Ye Fan played the long-suffering hero, barely alive, heartbroken, but still loyal to Liu Ruyan. Always standing by her side. In everyone's eyes, you were the villain. Liu Ruyan knew the whole truth, and never once said a word in your defense. She only ever protected Ye Fan's reputation. You didn't even exist to her. Back at the wedding venue, you picked up the mic and looked out at the crowd. Since the Liu family's princess has made her choice, I'll be the bigger person. Liu Huiqian had no idea what you were about to say, but she felt it in her gut. She dragged her old bones up to the stage to stop you. Chen Mo, whatever this is, let's handle it behind closed doors. Ruyan is young, she made a mistake. We'll deal with her. Now come down and hand me that mic. Ruyan is young, she doesn't know any better. She lost her head for a moment. We'll straighten her out, come down. Hand me the mic. You looked at Liu Huiqin, this woman you'd called grandma for years. For a moment, your mind drifted. The Chen family had always been small. Your grandparents were gone before you were even born. Then in high school, your parents died in an accident. You were the last one left, holding the whole thing together. The Liu family stepped in, warm, supportive. But none of it was out of kindness. They always had a plan. Absorb everything the Chen family had. Not this time around. Old Mrs. Liu, your last name is Liu, mine is Chen. We're not family. The moment your granddaughter made her choice, her husband-to-be stopped being me. It's Ye Fan now, and I'm speaking to you right now as the head of the Chen family. Liu Huiqin realized the emotional play wasn't working. She stared up at the stage in despair. You turned to the crowd, and with a sincere look on your face said, "I'm sorry, everyone. You cleared your schedules, came all this way, and it turned out to be a whole mess. But I meant what I said. I'll step aside. If her heart belongs to someone else, who am I to stand in the way? If the Liu family's princess has someone she loves, I'm not about to force anything. Effective today, my engagement with Liu Ruyan is officially off." The second those words hit the air, Liu Ruyan's father, Liu Hai, somehow found the nerve to storm the stage. "I don't agree. I absolutely do not agree. Chen Mo, you don't have the right to make this call." "Mr. Liu, what grounds do you have to disagree? Your daughter already made her choice. She ran off to be with the guy she loves. What am I supposed to do?" "What? Send someone to drag her back and lock her up? The Chen family doesn't operate like that. That's not how I was raised." Everything you just said is basically calling out the Liu family for having no class, raising a daughter with zero self-respect. Liu Hai's face turned red. He kept going. "Chen Mo, Ruyan definitely didn't realize this meant calling off the engagement. If she knew she'd come back, just give her one more chance." Faced with Liu Hai's begging, you let out a cold smirk and slowly shook your head. "Mr. Liu, how do you know I didn't already give her a chance? She's the one who burned every bridge herself." "Did you forget the video at the start of the ceremony? Your daughter and Ye Fan have clearly been at it for a while. What's the point of your objection? Your new son-in-law is in the hospital right now. I'd suggest you go show some concern. Oh, and old Mrs. Liu, are you still looking for a live-in son-in-law for the third generation? If so, you should have said something sooner. I would have stepped aside way earlier, could have avoided this whole circus." Nobody at the venue expected you to be this calm, pure main character energy. Liu Hai wasn't about to let a son-in-law this good walk out the door. He pushed his way over to you. "Chen Mo, that's just how it works in wealthy families. You do your thing, she does hers. Ruyan's been with you for years. You can't just walk away. She made a mistake. Just forgive her. Marry her. You practically get half the Liu family's assets. For old time's sake and everything that comes with it, just let this one go." Internally, you thought, is this man's brain completely broken? After everything that just happened, he wants you to just swallow it. Not to mention, you and Liu Ruyan had never even gone all the way. Hugs, a kiss. That's it. You wore that green hat once. Never again. The Chen family has plenty of money. We don't need Liu money. And while we're at it, I have a second announcement to make. Effective today, the Chen family will no longer be a strategic partner of the Liu group. Once current projects wrap up, no new deals will be signed. Liu Hai's jaw dropped. Liu Huiqin looked like the ground had been pulled from under her. The shock sent her straight to the floor. "Get the old lady to the hospital!" Liu family staff scrambled to help Liu Huiqin up and get her out of there. Liu Hai shook his head in disbelief and followed them out. You stayed behind to thank your guests and smooth things over. Late into the night, after the last person left, the noise faded. The Chen estate went quiet, but beneath the surface, a storm was brewing. You and Shen Yuchu settled into the living room, sipping sobering tea in silence. Shen Yuchu was like a late autumn rose, understated, but impossible to ignore. If Liu Ruyan was an ice lotus, Shen Yuchu was a black rose. Shen Yuchu was 3 or 4 years older than you. Not long after the Chens took her in, your mom got pregnant. The family had their own kid now, but they never pushed Shen Yuchu aside. They raised her just like their own daughter. Finally, it was Shen Yuchu who broke the silence. "Chen Mo, you really gonna leave it at that?"